Okay, okay. Good to hear.
Rakesh cleared PMP today on 1st of April, the first day of the month, and with a bang. So, Rakesh, first of all, congratulations on clearing PMP. Rakesh joined my batch one. He joined in one call. We had a call. I shared him the video. He trusted me. We went towards him, and here he has a certified PMP. Rakesh, share your journey in your own way.
Yeah, sure, sir. Thank you. Yeah. So I'll just tell like how exactly I enrolled for this one. So like first day, like when I was talking to my friend, like he's like Satya. I was just talking like hey, this year what kind of certification we should do, man. Like tell me. Then he said like Rakesh, you should just try to do PMP because you did a lot of technical certification. So better do PMP also. So it will add more value. So I told him like, man, I heard like, in PMP, I have to study a lot and I'll not be able to, put the time or effort, whatever is required. So what he said, I know one person who helped me, with my busy time, my schedule and my requirement. And I did the certification with the help of that guy. So he just recommended, Amir, your name. And he said like, just read about him and just, talk to him once and see like how it sounds and all. वन थिंग ही टोल्ड मी इन हिंदी क्लियरली राकेश भाई वो छोड़ेगा नहीं जब तक आप पीएमपी नहीं करोगे then I said okay then I started looking about you on FB okay Facebook then I found your number if you remember I found your Dubai number then I pinged you and I believe I didn't get reply from you so then I told hey I guess this number is not active then immediately you replied after 10-15 minutes then we spoke then you said like uh, same statement like I'll give you the customized roadmap. I'll make sure you are a certified PMP. Until you are a certified PMP, I'll not leave you. Those keywords like I picked up, okay? Because see, sometimes what happens with busy schedule and all, will not be able to focus. Okay, so we'll not be able to give time. We'll always like see, tell okay, job is important, leave this one. But we need someone who follows up, regularly. So that's what your system is. Okay, so we spoke almost 10-15 minutes, and then you said, okay, what did you decide? Then I said, okay, I'll talk to my wife. Then you just give some, some sort of, I can say some sort of confidence or like, you will be able to do. Okay. Then I said, okay. Then I guess in 10-15 minutes, I just enrolled for that. Then you said your batch is starting from Friday. Because, like you said, we spoke on Thursday or Wednesday, and you said your batch is starting from Friday. So, but you will be having recorded video, so you can do. Then I said, okay, I'm not ready. But yeah, you said just you will get the recording. So I said, okay. Then that's how it started. Day one, like, I was just in that class and I was like, liking the way you were teaching, the way you were handling all the questions and all. Started thinking, okay, I did a right thing. I did a right choice, I believe. So it is going really good. And few things I observed, that like one greater than zero. I'll give you the customized roadmap. You just have to put 1 hour daily or 2 hours daily. Accordingly, you will get the PMP certified. So those things I picked up and I start paying more attention. Like okay, I believe I did the right choice. Okay, so that's how it started and it was going all well because like my schedule is also busy. I have two kids, all are going to classes like basketball classes, soccer classes, art classes. But somehow I was hearing from you, like you just have to put 1 hour or 2 hours effort and you will be certified before Ramadan. That's what the plan was. Okay, so that's how I started. And I was giving like 1 hour time only and I was going through everything like mind mapping, then RCA, it was a little bit tough for me because it was something new and it was with VG schedule. It was going really tough. But the confidence or the path you guys provided, keep doing. RCA you should do. Start with like mostly Trimji was talking to me, so he was providing all the guidance and all to me. You should target for first for all the failure one. Then again, you can go back to success one. That's how I was doing and all. So this is how I started. But in between, I got a lot of work from office. Then again, I dropped for almost 1 month. Then again, Premji said, you have to be consistent, your marks should be consistent. I was getting 68, 70%, but still Premji was saying, you have to be consistent. Then I thought, okay, yeah, maybe something I have to do. Then last week it was a crucial when spring break came. Okay, spring break came. Then I thought, okay, again I'm going to miss the timelines and all. But I did something different because today they said you have to start doing the 180 mocks. Then I said, sir, you said every day you should give 1 hour or 2 hours. Then how someone can do 4 hours 180 mock? Then we were joking and he laughed and I said, okay, we'll do. So every day morning around 4 a.m. I started doing all the mocks. Like one day mock, then in evening I was doing RC. So that's how I did 4 5 mocks, and almost I was getting consistently like 68, 70, 75. Then he said let's do agile. Then I started doing agile one, and the last 6 months, I guess in last 2 3 days I did, and finally I'm here.
And
So
finally, let's talk about a little bit about the time management. How did you manage exam time?
exam time, though, I was always hearing from you and Dreamji about basically from you about that video, like we have to complete 60 question in 80 minutes. Then we should take a break, then 60 minutes in 75, then again break in 60 minutes in 75. But somehow, when I was giving 180 mocks also, I was using complete 4 hour 10 minutes. So I had that concern. I'm slow somewhere. I'm missing. So that's why in coaching class I asked you that example also, and you again guided me like you have to do it. Like you had given option, like if you are running behind schedule, then you have to make sure last 10 question you have to just do BC and all. So today when I was giving exam, same thing happened with me. First of all, what happened, my exam was in university area, so I was trying to find out the parking place. I didn't get the parking place at 3 4 places,
Mm.
so I was running late. So somehow I reached around 10:55, and that guy said, "Okay, it's fine. I understand the complexity."
Okay, let's walk this thing. The exam was at what time?
11 a.m.
11 a.m. And you, instead of, I told you we should reach there by 1 hour before, but you reach exactly 5 minutes before exam.
Yeah, actually, I started sir 10 o'clock, and I was just in front of that building around 10:15, but I was not getting parking because of this is
You never get parking. You never get parking. That's
so
one
it
of
was I was roaming around, and finally I got somewhere paid parking, and I gave and I ran. So I reached there. They allowed me. So so I was a little bit panic, but I followed whatever you said, just read tutorial in 1 minute, then do that breathing exercise. So I did that. And after that, I started the exam. But I was constantly watching that, timing. But still, I was seeing I'm going to miss.
Mm.
So one point of time, I was thinking it will take 90 minutes to 100 minutes. Okay, first 60 question. But somehow, I remember your thing, read slowly, then last line. Then I was following all these things, and finally, I was able to complete first 60 question in 90 minutes.
Mm. Okay.
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 Yeah, then I took 10 minutes break. Just I went outside and had water, and then I came back, and then I realized now I have only uh,
How much?
140.
140. Okay.
140. Then I thought, okay, still it's okay. 70 minutes I can do.
So even, okay, you spend 90 minutes, but you have 140 even after the break, which means instead of 75, we will have 70
Yeah,
minutes.
exactly.
Okay. Okay.
But again, but again, something happened, and for next 60 question also, I took 80 minutes.
Okay. So now you are left with 60 minutes, 60 question, right?
Yeah, yeah, but fortunately, what happened, last 60 questions were related to, agile, and those also something similar which I did, in last 6 mocks,
Okay.
and those tips and tricks, worked. So most of the thing it was really fast, and I was able to complete 60 question, I guess, before in 59 minutes.
So almost say complete time. You are able,
Yeah.
able to complete the MOOC exam in a complete time. Okay.
Exactly.
Very interesting lesson for everyone that I always recommend. We had a discussion. I guess I missed it. I did not say because you said it was 15 minutes away that you should at least one day before the exam go at the location
Yeah,
because
yeah, I realize that.
if you are working in US, Canada, the parking is always an issue. It is always an issue there. Like yesterday, we went. We were actually planning to come to Canada, so
Mhm.
we like those thumbprint thing. We went there. Our appointment was at 2. I like to reach early, so we reached there 1:30. For 35 minutes we were circling around looking at the parking. Finally we find very not a good parking, but finally we find something. So parking is always an issue, so that's something to look for, especially if you are in US and Canada, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Means like if it is like just 10 minutes, I believe Uber is the better option, I feel. At
I
least you
wouldn't.
will have peace of mind.
That's a very good point of view. Instead of going for the parking, like even it's far, go for Uber.
Yeah, yeah,
Someone is not someone is not driving you, and it's you can go with Uber. Then Uber can another thing that you can save into that.
yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay, how was the exam?
So exam was good. Like, I believe the way it started, it was like little bit, complex. I'll say like, three, four lines. So it was like little bit like difficult at this like as I discussed also right earlier. Like always, I had that better and best. So I was struggling with that also. But yeah, some of the things whatever we provided at the last moment, like those final tips and all, that helped a lot.
Hmm,
So first 60 questions like mostly around like predictive. Okay, and like stakeholders. And I believe I got only one question with respect to that SPI and CPI,
hmm,
and two drop down. And those are like very simple drop downs. Like, just I remember those question also. It was like extrovert, introvert, something related to that. Like we have to just select. So
hmm,
it was simple. And next one, like, again, it was mostly related to agile plus predictive, like hybrid, like where you have to, decide like what you are going to suggest based on all those two papers which I got, like, at the end.
hmm,
So
hmm,
it was like that.
hmm.
And last one, it was like like single statement, just like select like again, it's like meet, assist, schedule a meeting, those kind of things. Like it was very easy.
Okay, okay. So any drag and drop questions?
Just two of them I got.
Two drag and drop. Okay,
Yeah.
the easy question.
Yeah, it was easy. Yeah, it was easy. Like just you have to tell the definition of like, sprint backlog, then product backlog.
Hmm,
One question was like that. And one was like, you have to tell the EQ, like, what is this kind of EQ? Like, the team member was like behaving like introvert or extrovert, like that kind of thing. Yeah.
Let's talk about how important it was to give you a customized roadmap according to your term. You are a very busy professional, right?
Yeah, that's true. Actually, those things, yeah, those things are key for, my success actually. Because see, like most of the time, what was happening, like whenever I was planning something, something was coming up.
Hmm,
Okay. So Trimji was there, always he was giving, okay, let's do this one. Make sure you are completing this. Then I was not understanding until like, I completed the people five, like what is happening, how I have to go further. Because one thing I missed, like I didn't go through your Excel sheet also, like how exactly that plan is, like what is the next. So I was completely relying on you both, like completely relying. I didn't see anywhere whatever Trimji was asking, I was doing. I was providing the RCA, and then again he was giving and telling like, okay, skip this one, go to next one. So I believe that customized roadmap really helps, like whoever is busy, and like whoever is having like let's say 1 hour or half an hour time, he or like you will be like telling like how exactly you have to plan your day or how exactly you should do. So those kind of things are really helpful actually.
hmm, hmm. Okay, okay. And how important you are attending most of the coaching call even though your schedule and even though, right, your time zone was different. So how important you would say to other students, uh, how why the coaching calls are important? What is the purpose for that?
No, coaching calls are really important because, like earlier, I'll tell you, like, being busy, what was happening, I was going through recorded video and all. So in recording and all, what happens, like, we just see what is happening at the result and then done. But I started, joining your coaching classes where we were discussing, like, different, ideas, like how someone is approaching about that, how you are approaching. So that's something, sits in your mind. Like you will remember. So now, like when I started all this, I was always having, some doubt about risk and issue. Like that is common for everyone. So, but I remember in some of the class, like March 15, I believe, where we went with, risk, all the question like avoid, acceptance, mitigation, exploit, enhance, everything. So that helped me a lot. Today, I believe I got two or three questions from that topic itself. So coaching class is really important because that helps, like, to understand how exactly you should approach the question, how exactly you should, eliminate the option, how exactly you have to pick the keyword, what all things you should, see, like process group, where you are. So I believe like coaching calls helps a lot.
Hmm. Coaching calls help. Okay, which mocks were actually more relevant to the exam?
I believe the those like 180 mocks and last six mocks.
Last six mocks were,
Last 6 months, yeah.
were very relevant to the exam. Okay, you did any random mocks?
I did random mocks also, but I guess I believe I got 2 or 3 questions from there also. So almost total, if I say 10 to 12 questions I got from our mock exams, like whatever we did.
You have done so many mocks, so many mocks.
Yeah.
So the few questions does not make any difference in that.
And I'll tell you one question was, unfortunately, what happened in exam. I got the notepad and I got the pen. So I went there and I wrote, SPI formula, CPI formula, then that bar, like managed closely. Then then I wrote like all conflict resolution thing on paper the moment I entered, and I wrote SPI, CPI, TCPI, and then ESC. All these I wrote. Like if it comes, then I'll easily see and I'll do it. Okay, but what happened? I didn't put that cap on pen, and I left it like that. So when that one question came where it was related to PERT method, PERT method, that most likely, least likely, and that kind of question. Okay, so I remember that question. Like still, I remember that question
Yeah,
we did
that's
in
okay.
mock.
Don't share that question. I know.
Uh,
Yeah.
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 So I when I was trying to solve that, it was not working. My pen was not working. But I remember the question. I remember the answer. So I just did it.
Yeah, okay, okay, that's amazing. That's really interesting thing to put into the context. Okay, okay. Anything else that you can add that will help the students preparing PMP moving forward?
So I'll suggest, like, we have to trust this system, whatever it is. Like, we have to work on that customized map, whatever, your facilitator or your coach is suggesting. And one thing, like, when we start RCA, we start getting bored why we should do and all. But I guess we should do that. That helps a lot because the thing is that, like, the way we are solving questions and all, right, if you will write in your word, and then you will remember easily, and that will be helpful actually.
Hmm.
Okay, so we should do RCA for sure. That's what I'll suggest. And we have to trust this system and don't go anywhere. Just follow whatever is, like, your facilitator is suggesting.
Whatever the facilitator is suggesting, go for it and worked into that way. Uh,
Yeah,
okay, okay. Thank you very much for the entire thing. Now comes the most important thing. Each one, teach one is the mantra of the book.
yeah,
Every single person, I always say that work with other person, right? And if we can do that, that will be a great thing. Each one, teach one is the mantra here, right?
yeah.
Yeah. I hope the same thing that you can do, help the help your batchmates, help the people who can do, like Garima is here, right?
Yeah.
Every single person whom you can help, I will highly appreciate that. Do send,
And
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, sir. So I just want to, like tell about that that mantra, whatever you're saying, because like I got the help from Saeed, I got the help from couple of Asad Bhai, I got the help from Fran, Devi Prasthade, Ankit, Aisa Musarraf also, because she helped me, like, when I was like struggling to do RCA, like I was getting bored. So she suggested something which helped me. So yeah, that mantra is really, powerful, and we have to rely on that, and we should keep helping, our batchmates to pass the exam. Yeah.
This is something that we actually we always consider, and I
Yeah.
really appreciate what you said, and this is something to work into that. Garima, do you have any questions, sister? You would like to ask something?
I just want to ask about the RCA only. Like, I'm finding it very difficult to do the RCA for 60 question. Like, how you plan to do the RCA for 180 marks?
Like, but what you should do, you should start with, all the question where, like, you didn't answer properly. Like, it's like, you failed to answer that. Okay, start with that and then go for, all the past one. So that will help actually, because that way you will see, like, you are completing like 20% or 30%, then you are moving to another one. And
Okay, yeah.
again, like, again, I'll suggest, like, usually, like, with VG student or not, what I was doing, I was putting 30 minutes aside just to work on that. And I was like, trying to complete like at least 20 questions. And then again, I was leaving. And again, after 1 hour, 2 hours, whenever I'll get, again 30 minutes. But at that time, I'll focus on that. That's how I did.
Okay, thank you so much,
Thank
Rakesh.
you very much. Do share me, Rakesh, your picture. I'll use the thumbnail, put it tomorrow. And
Yeah.
Rakesh, make some questions for PMP Marathon.
Yeah,
You,
I'll do, sir.
you know
Yeah.
how important that is.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
thank you very much. And with
And
that,
again, sir, thank you for all your support throughout this journey, because that it because Tripji's help or your help, it was not possible at all.
yeah, the goal
Yeah.
of Hassan Trimzi, Awais, all the facilitators
Yeah.
is to make sure that you work with Trimzi. Garima, who's
Mm.
working with you, Laiba or Awais?
Abes.
Awais. So batch 12 Awais and batch 2 Awais is working. So all these facilitators are so awesome. They have helped my
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
something, and I really love it. So like keep moving forward, Rakesh, and thank you very much. I really loved.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Thank you.